Every single morning, millions of people all over the world start their day by chanting just two characters, Ji, Ga. Now, this is the opening of a really profound passage from the Lotus Sutra. But what does it actually mean to declare, I myself? Well, today we're going to unpack that powerful, powerful statement.
Okay, let's dive right in. So, these two characters, Ja, Ga, they're not just any words. They are the very first words spoken. You got to understand, this is a first-person declaration. It's a claim being made right from the first breath. And everything, everything that follows in the chant, this incredible description of time and reality and existence, it's all spoken from this one perspective, the perspective of I.
So, this really brings us to the core question of this whole explainer, right? When someone actually says these words, who exactly is this I? What kind of reality are they claiming as their own? See, this isn't just some dusty, ancient text. No way. It's a living, breathing, personal affirmation. And we are about to unravel exactly what it all means.
All right, so first things first, let's just look at the words themselves. Now, this isn't just some linguistic quirk or a translation choice. The entire power, the whole point of this chant, it hinges on its radical first-person point of view. It's this profound act of claiming your own reality.
So what is this I? Really? When practitioners say Jiga, they're not talking about some historical figure or distant god somewhere out there. Nope. The I is the eternal, unborn, undying Buddha nature itself. They're basically saying, you know that fundamental nature of all reality? Yeah, that's me. That is my true self. That is a huge claim about who we really are.
Okay, so if that I is your true self, then the next question is, what kind of world does it live in? And this, right here, is where the doctrine of Chapter 16 gets even more radical. It starts to reveal a reality that is, well, fundamentally different from what we see with our own two eyes every day.
And this is where we find the central paradox of the whole thing. The sutra totally acknowledges our everyday experience. We see suffering, we see chaos, a world that feels like it's consumed by fire. And that experience, it's real, it's valid. But, and this is a huge but, it insists that's not the ultimate reality. In its fundamental nature, the world is and always has been a pure land. It is not destroyed.
And the text repeats this line on purpose, just to hammer the point home. This ultimate reality, the source of all truth, it doesn't come and go. It's not in some faraway heaven that you have to, earn your way into after you die. No, it is constantly, always right here. It is never left.
So this ever-present reality, it actually has a name, Dharmakaya. Now, it's not a person. Think of it more like the fundamental nature of existence itself, this idea of the groundless ground, where all Buddhas, all phenomena, everything comes from. This is the reality that's being claimed in those first two words, Jiga.
And this view, it just recontextualizes everything. Other schools might look at Buddhas like Vairoshana or Amitabha as these ultimate top-tier figures. But from the Lotus Sutra's perspective, they aren't separate, superior beings. Instead, they're seen as manifestations. You could say they're expressions of the qualities of that one fundamental Dharmakaya that is already here, right now in our world.
It's a beautiful and incredibly profound doctrine, right? But let's be honest, beautiful doctrines can sometimes feel a little abstract. So the real question is, if all of this is true, if this world we're in right now is the Pure Land and our true nature is Buddha, then what does that actually ask of us? What are we supposed to do?
Well, the answer really lies in the relationship between two key chapters of the Lotus Sutra. Chapter 16, the one we've been talking about, lays out the doctrine, the what is real part. But it has a direct counterpart, Chapter 20, which shows us the practice, the what to do with that reality part. They're like two faces of the same coin, totally inseparable.
And this right here, this is the pivot point. This is the question that turns all that philosophy into real, concrete action. Think about it. If the world is already perfect, and if we are already enlightened in our true nature, then what's left to do? What is our job in this kind of reality?
The answer is found in this incredible story of a figure from Chapter 20. His name is Bodhisattva Never Despise. And his practice, it's just stunning in its simplicity and its courage. He is the living, breathing embodiment of the doctrine from Chapter 16.
So what did he do?
This is it. The practice isn't some secret, complicated ritual. It's simple. You go out onto the street, into the messy, real world. You approach every single person you meet, and I mean everyone, even the people who mock you or, literally throw things at you. And you bow to them deeply, and you declare, I see the Buddha in you. It's all about seeing that pure land in the person standing right in front of you.
And this part is absolutely crucial to understand. This bow, it's not a transaction. You're not petitioning some higher power to rescue you from this world. You're not trying to accumulate good karma points for some future reward. It is not about invoking some external power to save you. The bow isn't a technique to get enlightenment later. The bow is the enlightenment. It is the practice and the realization all at once, right here, right now.
You know, there's this quote from Nichiren that just brings it all together perfectly. The deep cosmic doctrine we've been talking about, it isn't just meant to be understood with your brain, intellectually. No, its true purpose is to inform our moment-to-moment actions, to teach us how to actually conduct ourselves, how to see the world, and, maybe most importantly, how to see the people in it.
And so, we're going to end by turning this ancient text into a direct personal challenge for you. If the chant Jigade is really an affirmation of our own Buddha nature, and the practice is to see that same nature in everyone else, well then we're left with one kind of unavoidable question to carry into our day. If this is all true, who are you failing to see?